Hey everyone, this is Kestrel Raptorial. So I got this very strange comment that I was asked to validate or label as spam this morning, and I'm not sure which to do. I just thought I'd read it to you all and go over my reaction because it really is funny. It was a possible comment posted to my The Truth About Trump's Victory video, which this comment has nothing to do with what that video talked about. But it is kind of fun to respond to, so let's see what we can make of it. Let's see. It's from someone with an account called Demonology Validates the Theistic Worldview. Okay. So, in brackets, to begin with, the devil always appointed deception to to blind the nations from the Judeo-Christian God. Okay, apparently this person doesn't know I'm an atheist. All pagan religions and tribal rituals were inspired by Satan. Okay, tribal religions and including paganism, which paganism itself is just an umbrella term for a lot of tribal religions, a lot of nature religions. It doesn't specify any particular one of them. These tribal rituals and religions have been in existence since modern humans ever had religion, I guess. Let's see, the modern human species is about, give or take, 200,000 years old. And were based, a lot of them, based around the concept of nature worship, ancestor worship, spirit, nature spirit worships. I actually really like animistic religions. I don't follow any, but I do like them. So these were around for tens, hundreds, thousands of years before the concept of Satan ever came along. So, yeah, that doesn't hold a lot of water or weight or whatever. As religions matured, invalid doctrines were institutionalized. Demons cemented reincarnation. Wait, does this flow right? As religions matured, invalid doctrines were institutionalized. Oh, okay, there's a colon there. Demons cemented reincarnation in Hinduism, naturalism in Buddhism, and idol worship in Catholicism. Okay, again, a lot of these concepts were around long before the concept of Satan. They later helped Muhammad construct a slaughterhouse, Islam, appeared to Joseph Smith as angelic entities, Mormonism, and led Charles Russell to downgrade Jesus' divinity, Jehovah's Witnesses. Islam is a highly intolerant religion, but I, of course, don't believe in demonic influence. I believe it was human created. So yeah, that's not going to work. I, of course, have a lot of issues with Islam, but it has nothing to do with at least the religious concept of demons. Mormonism. I know very little about Mormonism apart from that it has very, how should I say, very strict religious values and expectations that I would have no interest in actually being a part of. And I will only say that. And I know nothing about Jehovah's Witnesses, so I can't really comment. Eventually, false religions deluded the nations with a convenient lie. In parentheses, many pass to heaven, good deeds you'll get in. From ages past, Satan also used necromancy productively, belief the dead still wander. A lot of... There's that bird clock again. A lot of ancient religions, of course, believed in cycles of death and resurrection, again, not attributed to Satan. Even now, demons utilize haunted homes, ghosts, and psychic mediums channeling as a stage to mimic the departed. I'll get to that in a bit. Mimics are allowed to occur the instant we believe the dead become wandering spirits. Demons to surely mimic if contact is tried. Seance, Ouija board. Scripture eliminates the idea. When men expire, it's heaven or hell. They don't return as ghosts. Okay, I guess this assumes I even believe in ghosts to begin with. I do very much enjoy ghost stories, but don't actually believe in ghosts. Demons also use psychics, channeling to... Oh, am I reading the same thing over? Oh no, it's again, demons also use psychics to mimic ascended masters, spirit guides, angels, and aliens. Oh boy, we're going to get into aliens. All devices of divination, tarot cards, crystal balls, charms, Wicca are demonic. I'm going to call again, this is one of those times I wish I still had my bullshit button with me. I kind of burned it out listening to all those people who were calling Republicans and, or, you know, the logical Republicans who were trying to defend Donald Trump and realism, actually, with very logical, constructed arguments. Those were just trying to call them monsters, racists, bigots, yada, yada, yada. You've heard it before. My bullshit button got totally burned out listening to all that throughout the year, throughout the summer, so I don't have it with me. I mean, I do, but it doesn't work. So, anyway. Okay, where was I? Okay, all devices of divination, yada yada, are demonic, yeah. Satan initiated the groundwork for the final delusion back in the 19th century by helping Darwin write his book. I'm guessing this means The Origin of Species. I think he wrote other books as well, but I haven't looked at his publication list in quite some time. I actually don't, as a scientist myself, I actually don't hold Darwin up on pedestal that a lot of people seem to think that evolution enthusiasts do. Darwin had his good points and his shortcomings as a scientist. He was not the only one working on the concept of on the hypothesis, on the theory of evolution at the time. It is a theory now. It was a hypothesis back then because they were gathering the evidence to support it. So to me, he is one more scientist in history. He is not the great ancestor or leader of evolution scientists that a lot of people seem to think we hold him up as. I at least don't. Okay, now where are we? Laying secular ground for new deceptions. Deceptions again, yeah. During the 20th century, he then began conducting demons to shapeshift as UFOs, aliens, abductions, and Bigfoot on a regular basis. Oh, no, Bigfoot. Oh. And alien abductions. And what was the third one? Oh, UFOs. UFOs and alien abductions and Bigfoot. Oh, boy. These are where we get into the crypto sciences. There are people with a huge interest in them who follow them very closely. I don't. So I have... it's just not my specialty. The credibility is hard to talk about because human experience is just so complicated that, there could be a number of things going into people's experience, what they believe they see, what they encounter. It's just establishing credibility is hard in these areas. So, and again, it's not my specialty. My specialty is ecology and evolution. That's what I deal with. These tactics helped originate and sustain an atheist/Darwin culture. I've explained where I stand on that. I'm an atheist. I study evolution. I love evolution, but I do not hold Darwin up that high. As the decades progressed, media coverage, TV, and films about invading aliens eventually nailed the finishing touches for the eventual final delusion in the final stretches of a nuclear war. Not sure about that. Demons will then materialize and intervene as aliens of peace. Satan will shapeshift UFOs over the survived cities as demon hybrids relate with men on land. Religious institutions to dissolve away as the nations/aliens commence and reform an interstellar global alliance. Where do I begin? World government/antichrist/alien delusion. Two theologians to 8:11, Genesis 6:4. Yeah, I really don't read the Bible. I don't know what you're referring to. Having read Satan's schemes, will you still be tricked? To avert hell, all you must do is accept Jesus as friend. That's so difficult? For observational data, demons exist. Click this link, yada yada yada. Okay. Well, yada 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 is the link. That's the end of the message. Okay. It's still early in the morning. I have to stretch. Okay. This is like something that people talk about in those weird science, religious, fantasy concept conversations. I don't know. alien abductions, aliens apiece, Satan shape-shifting as demon hybrids. I don't know, can Satan usually shapeshift into multiple entities at once? I don't know. I neither know nor care. Okay. This is like things people throw around in those conceptual conversations in science and religion and fantasy, I guess. Well, hard sciences not so much, but what is it possible that there's some alien race with hyper technology somewhere out there that's plotting some huge intergalactic takeover? Scientists just don't think about that on a daily basis. This is something that might come up once in some casual conversation with, I don't know, theological friends or fiction writing friends. I think it's completely possible and perhaps even probable that there are intelligent aliens somewhere out there on this level, doing this level of what's the word I'm looking for? Doing this level of scheming of conquest. What do you want me to do? And we have limited science, limited technology on this earth. We're typically just trying to deal with our lives on a daily basis, our physical, corporeal lives. We make stories about this to entertain, to have fun with. What do you want from me? Oh, you want me to come to Jesus to avert all this? Yeah, nice try. Not a very not even a very heartfelt attempt. Yeah, I have been an atheist all my life. I am an atheist completely of my own free will, of my own experiences, from my I have never needed a God to follow. So, yeah, not gonna work. Not much of an attempt, and not gonna work. People talk about these massive conspiracy theories, whether secular or religious, and I always just turn to that quote from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or at least the movie. I haven't read the actual book yet. The chances of finding out what's actually going on are so absurdly remote that the only real thing to do is to keep yourself busy each day. And that's what most people do. Although with the level of government conspiracies that have recently been brought to light, I have no trouble believing that there are massive conspiracies in the government. But on the scale you're talking about, I can't give it much credibility. I can't follow this. what do you want me to do with this message? You want me to... And this was on the truth about Donald Trump's victory. This has nothing to do with what I was talking about in that video. You want to have a talk about religion or religion versus science, the different philosophies, different approaches, we can do that. I'm not a religious scholar in any way. I've heard some of the stories. I know a little bit. My specialty is ecology and evolution. I'm very passionate about evolution. It is one of my favorite subjects. It's what I spent almost my entire education studying. Certainly over high school and college, and I'm working on following a career in ecology and studying evolution. And you want to have a talk about the evidence for evolution or the opposition to it. As long as we can have an honorable discussion, that's fine. But yeah, let this be a lesson to anyone who tries to send me a message like this or who tries to recruit or convert me to a religion. Not gonna work. Yeah, not gonna work. I have chosen my path in life, and I rather like it. I rather enjoy it. Evolution is my greatest passion. So, yeah, I don't know if this is spam or a real attempt. Again, not very heartfelt and certainly not going to be successful. I guess that's all I can say. Anyone who wants to talk with me about any subject, as long as I have some knowledge of it, that's totally fine. But yeah, this is really not going to work.